He has a glyph, nice glyph from VP as well though. No one's paying attention here. The player. And he's coming back to mid to defend, so... Good idea from Limp, but the counterplay was there, and oh, he immediately got dewarded on that ward by Solo. He was ready for that one.
Gonna chase Limp off a little bit. Does have a regen in the bottle right now. No one. RP is available, but he's not gonna have any follow-up. But again, Empower level 3, since they buffed this to just essentially be double what it used to be on him himself, completely crazy. It kind of forces you to play him as the core, which is really nice.
Yeah, it's both good and bad, right? Because one of the charming things in Dota is these heroes that can play multiple roles. Like Magnus could play 4, 3, and 2. Now instead he can play 1 and 2. Technically 3 as well. He can technically play all 3 core roles, but I don't think we've seen any offlane mag really. Not much anyway.
Yeah. Well, especially when the Ags was completely broken, you could play him, I think, in any position, honestly. Just getting the Ags at any point in the game and it's fine.
Yeah. If you can play a hero in any position because of its Ags, there is a problem. Okay?
Yes,
there's
a balance problem.
A very glaring issue then.
So, is this a successful tri-lane for either side right now? Obviously, like, let's pretend Slark's not in the game, because he obviously won his lane really hard.
Mm-hmm.
But just from a tri-v-tri perspective, is it about a wash?
Yeah,
you say?
it is. It is, and that will always favor the team that has the better 1v1s.
Right.
And that's VP, so they should be very happy. Oh,
get another kill. Yeah.
Rotation. Oh, they got his courier.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. with flair.
Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
Boom! There it goes. No.
Fire, it's just Rezo shrug it off, and he's gonna heal up to full anyway, so it kind of did nothing. But a little bit of pressure at least, I suppose. So
Looks like no one will be going for the point, by the way.
yeah, that's good. Now the game is gonna stabilize again. Alliance got the top tower. VP will want to try to get this bottom tower, but Treant is just so fucking annoying to push into. He's just gonna go in, he's gonna cast his Nature's Grasp, and then he's gonna go to the trees, and then he's gonna do that again for 15 minutes. And it's just annoying, man. Like, what can I say? Fatos is gonna do this over and over.
It becomes even more annoying, right?
Yeah, it does, absolutely. So, I don't know if VP can really hope to get this tower for a while. They would love to get it so that they can open up a similar part of the map to what Alliance opened up in the top area, but I think you just have to accept right now, settle for it not being a possibility, and as long as you're at least farming your side of the map with Empower, you're probably breaking even. And it's about how much do you trust in your strategy to win later on in the game. First big item timing coming out here. Slark with the 1430 Diffusal Blade after drums. This is a really good timing from Epikid, so let's see if he finds the opening he's looking for. He's gonna break.
His smoke is popped.
Perfect position from Fata to be in right there.
Low ground.
Oh, Doom with smoke too.
Gonna find each other. Doom does go. No, he actually doesn't get it off in time. Ult step keeps him nice and safe. Lich ult into the lasso as well. Batrider is gonna be the first to fall. Overgrowth though being used to full effect. That is a second death on the side of VP, and that means everybody else needs to get the hell out of there.
Yeah, Alliance were just
not strong enough.
Alliance were ready. They were 5. That was a 5-on-3 fight. VP tried to make an aggressive move, but their Magnus wasn't part of it. He wants to finish his dagger.
He's so close to blink.
Yeah, I don't know if I really like that move from VP overall, just because if you're this close to a flat-out key teamfight item, imagine this move with a Magnus in it. That's a totally different story. 2 or 3 man RP. Slark got off a very good Shadow Dance against the Doom. and that fight would have almost played itself. But Alliance showing strength in numbers here, and that's what they've got to do right now. I think if they start splitting, it can get a little awkward. You can try to play the IO like that, but if you already have a tree parked bottom, it feels like you're gonna have numbers problems in fights if they don't happen around trees area. So you gotta be really careful with what fights you take. But well, VP are coming to you, so what do you know?
How handy.
Get faster.
Starting to see the 15-minute neutral items, which Essence Ring is a possibility, Cinderin, so keep an eye out.
IO also has a mech.
Very important.
Worth...
Yep, pretty good timing on that as well. Screen Protector does get pounced. We'll get off the grasp and actually counter the ward as well, but we'll fall. Essence Ring on the side of Alliance. Can Virtus Pro...
Let's look at the win expectancy graph. Oh boy, it went up from 55 to 90. That's rough.
Oh dear.
Has been killed.
33 found a courier. Alright,
Yeah,
RP
Doom
that?
gets RP.
Okay, he'll die.
Follow. Alright, they get the kill, and they're probably gonna have to back out with all that expended, but...
That was a 1-for-1 trade before with Bat dying top to focus fire, but if they manage to get this tower VP, you should be really happy about it. Question is, can they do it? Epikid has ulti. Good dark
Jackal
attack.
shot does connect, but he's gonna take it off right off the bat. Overgrowth to follow though, into a power shot. Mark getting very low, will pounce out to safety, should be good to go. Resolution in the meantime, see if he can actually live through this for once. Pops his ult. That's going to give him a lot of mitigation in terms of physical damage. Bata going to get lassoed now. Can they actually finish him off? They do. And nobody from Alliance wants to pursue this any further. Hanskin's like, Doom, you're dead and you have my item, bro. Where is it? Drop it. Jesus. There, finally
There
gets
it
delivered.
is.
Essence.
Alright, let's look at the win expectancy. Okay. So... Nicely played from VP here. Epikid played that on the limits. Didn't have to ulti. He dark packed the shackle shot and pounced out with 10% HP, regened up in the fog, and then Alliance got a little bit too hungry chasing in. Knowing that they don't have the Doom in the fight, VP feel pretty strong to just turn that around with a GA. So, yeah. It looks like a very even game on the goal. I still favor VP overall just strategically here. I feel like there's a big moment coming up for them based on Bat almost getting a blink, Mag having a blink, and this Slark's ramp up with Empower will naturally just be a problem for Alliance.
Resolution almost has a pipe as well on top of all that, so pretty good timings overall. BKB being built here for 33 is just essentially a recipe away at this point.
Yep. That'll help. That's definitely something that's very good against this dire lineup. I mean, there's BKB piercing stuns, but you need it anyway. There's too much problem fighting into this Lich. The magic damage of Magnus, Batrider, and Slark. It has enough value that you buy it anyway. And then if you do get lassoed as Doom, hopefully that sets up for your team to come in and get the job done. What you want to avoid is that you have both Doom and Gyro BKB'd and they get RP'd together. That's what you can't afford. And Wind Ranger for that matter. They're all three of them are going BKB as their next item. So very clear communication here. I imagine we're going to see Alliance try to play it a bit slow, get these three BKBs, and then they're going to look for a fight all together at the same time.
Gyro, of course, finishes the Ags, but BKB is definitely next on the list.
Yeah.
And of course, it's not the old IO Gyro. Don't get Ags for free, unfortunately for him.
Unfortunately.
Yes, unfortunately, IO did get nerfed in some.
Oh, I got Dragon Scale too, Shannon. We talked about this item as well.
Yeah, I didn't even notice.
Yeah, so this is part of the reason IO is so strong right now, is that there's these multiple neutral items that benefit you a crazy amount with reload. Oh, hang on.
Let's see a relocate. 33 gets the Doom on onto Slark.
Good RP.
Into an RP as well, but it's only on one hero essentially. And Windrunner, very, very healthy, and it looks like no one is getting the hell out of dodge. Solo is dead, Batrider's dead. It's only the 4 and the 5 though, so it could have been a lot worse. But a lot of things were expended.
They saved Epileptic Kid though. That's the big deal. But yeah, not the best RP job spreading out decently in that fight, so they couldn't get caught. But yeah, to finish off on this IO tangent, IO is a hero that doesn't need boots, and it means you have an extra slot for a neutral item. So you can get these, like, he got relatively, or he got actually very lucky this game. He got Essence Ring and Dragon Scale, which I would say is two of the best he can get. Essence Ring is flat out the best item this hero can get. But yeah, you just have that luxury that other heroes don't of stacking multiple neutral items and just getting free net worth, basically. Free net worth that doesn't give you net worth. Sounds pretty good to me. So
Yeah, not bad. Not bad.
Very, very strong.
Up 33. Tried to jump in. Do a little bit of damage to the Infernal Blade, but Slark will shrug it off. You know, a good way to nerf the IO no boots thing is to give everyone a dedicated boot slot in the future. Then IO's not the only one that can do that. Big brain
Yeah,
play.
I think the inventory should have more slots. I think 6 slots and a 4 backpack is not enough. I think we need a satchel
At least
and a
be
little
able
wallet.
to purchase a 7.
Oh, here we go. This could be a big fight. There's no RP. Alliance
Taking
know
the
this.
brunt of the damage here. Called out, not even being
see, so-
expended yet. Homing missile looks like it's going to connect, but really no avail. They do get 1 kill, but not a ton was expended. Doom not going to have his ult for another 40 seconds anyway.
VP are trying to poke and prod to get these towers because they know, or rather they're trying to commit because just playing it very slow, the towers are going to get healed up by living armor. So they're trying to make this fight. I don't really think this fight can ever be successful with RP. So maybe, or without RP, so maybe they were just hoping to force Alliance to at least rotate there so they're not farming the jungle. But yeah, that was not a likely.
See a Bat Rider being TP'd here. Infernal Blade to start this off. No one is going to get overgrowth after the skewer. Bat Rider is going to be the easy kill here. RP onto 1, and no one getting relocated on now. He is the one that's running. Rocket Barrage doing a ton of damage, and the homing missile will ensure that they do find that kill. So a 2-0 to start this fight. Looks like they will finally get the tree after all said and done. Resolution has to use his ult just to try to get out of dodge, and Slark does get doomed. Looks like he will live to see another day. But still, 2 for 1, and you lose the Magnus, which is the big deal.
Yeah, these RPs are just flat out not good. He ended up solo RPing the train. I think he was maybe hoping to get a perfect RP when the relocate came in, but he doesn't need to rush it that much. Like, the heroes coming in are IO and Gyro. You're not gonna get like instant hexed, or it doesn't need to be like frame perfect. Yeah, not the best game I've seen from no one ever. This one. Yeah, Alliance are punishing them. Every time there's these moments, they keep ramping up advantage. Gyro keeps winning fight after fight. And based on how the laning stage went, this was not how I thought this would go down, but no shame in saying Alliance has just flat out outplayed them in fights, right? Like,
It's interesting though,
making better
because
moves.
they have the blink daggers, right?
They do.
Virtus Pro, but they're not really the ones initiating. They're getting initiated on, and then Gyro and IO just relocate in, it feels like.
Yeah, and
Right.
VP are a little bit reliant on getting it better on
The lasso into a death for Limp, so getting even a little bit here for Virtus Pro. They're going to pops the BKB.
good damage, but not enough. So, VP are reliant on better RPs than this, and it's not only no one's fault, because it's, you know, you need the team to set you up for success, and that requires the right type of engaging where you slowly force the enemy team to help each other, and then they get even the slightest bit out of position. That's when you jump in and get that multi-hero RP. The Alliance have just done a really good job at spreading the resources out in the fight. There's Doom on one flank, Triand is in the trees somewhere. IO keeps a good distance to Gyro and the tether, so they're hard to RP together. So they've done a great job at that. Looks like VP might be able to get this rush though off that 1 kill on Limp. Really good decisive move here. And Alliance, they're just gonna let it go. They don't feel ready.
Yeah.
And that's a big moment.
A little bit in the way of but does have the Lincoln Sphere now, by the way, so doesn't really have to worry about Doom until Doom inevitably gets the Halberd, which is not queued up at all, actually. It's a little bit surprising. Somebody else going Halberd? Huh. That's really interesting. Just feel like it's an amazing item against Clark. Can't dispel the disarm at all.
Now that he has Lincolns, you could Halberd Doom, yeah. Oh, I wouldn't mind seeing that. Maybe they're going to change their minds when they see the Lincolns complete now. Doesn't seem to be the case for now, though. Plenty of bounty runes up for grabs right now. Alliance are starting to move toward the bottom ones. Looks like Reza will get one here. Taking a risk of just going straight to the enemy outpost, but yep, nobody's there, so he'll get it and run away. A greedy player there would also take the outpost, but he's not that
They can make all of those thirst stacks to good use. Still top CS. Quinn really killing it in this mid lane.
Yeah, I think he got the 4-minute room, which helped him out a lot. Now he's going to get pressured under tower, but yeah, this is the Storm versus Wind Ranger. You just zip away. The laning phase can be difficult, but into the game, you love playing against this hero.
Another kill on Uwari. I think he teleported back too.
Yeah, he did.
So he's going to have to do the walk of shame up to the top lane. He may even just go straight into the jungle from here on out, because this is looking like this lane is beginning to be a bit too tough. DF pulled back into the Blood Right to make sure he's silenced up. Still no level 6, so it will easily be chased down. Not giving the kill over to Hector, though. He wasn't able